Well, I picked up actually a brochure along Interstate 81 about Fork Union during a rainstorm. And I looked at it and I thought, well, this looks like an interesting institution. And having been in the Army, I thought I would come and look at the school and see what I thought. We brought our sons down, and they both enrolled in junior high school. And my one son graduated from high school last year after 6 years here, and my son Jesse is starting his 7th year here. They've learned and gotten to know other students and young people and other adults much more so than they would have back in Little Sugar Creek, Ohio. And they've experienced a lot of things down here as far as rank and structure and responsibility and personal appearance, mannerisms, courtesy, respectfulness. All these different things are difficult for a parent to cover all of these different bases. But I think they're covered very well here at Fork Union. First of all, I was always an average student in school. I was never on an honor roll. I was never in any of the upper class award ceremonies. After high school, I went into the Army. I didn't know that I could handle college. I don't know that I was mature enough or mentally, academically to the state where I felt I could succeed in college. So I went into the paratroopers, which was quite a challenge. We have one division of paratroopers, the 82nd Airborne Division. I was in that for 3 years. It was a difficult unit. It was a tough unit. It was, quite frankly, the best combat unit in the world. And there were many times during my experience in the 82nd I didn't particularly care for it. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I wouldn't have the knowledge and experience of other people and the world as it is without being in the Army for 3 years. And I think my boys attending school down here is very similar to that. I got out of the Army and I still didn't know what I wanted to do in life, and that's not uncommon. So believe it or not, I went into nursing. And then after I got a degree as an RN, I went into anesthesia. And most of the anesthesia in America is given by registered nurses. So I gave anesthesia for 31 years. And during that time, I was also pretty successful with the stock market. Well, my whole life I've been a railroad fan. And this was a time in the late 70s and early 80s when the railroads were getting rid of a lot of their short lines that were non-profitable. So I acquired 540 miles of short line railroads, most of which adjoined each other. And the next thing you know, these railroads were very, very profitable. So I was made an offer one time for a great deal of money for these railroads, which it was so much money I couldn't sleep for 2 nights. So I called the person back up and I said, I'll sell the railroads to you. I didn't know why, because I really loved them. I still love them. I love the employees. We had a great system. We really had what I would say was America's finest regional railroad. And what happened was I got all of this money. My tax accountant said, Jerry said, now what do you want to do with this money? And I said, I really don't know. Here's this check, and my bank account is quite healthy. The bankers are very happy. And I thought of Fork Union just a week before that, wanting to build a new barracks. And I thought, well, maybe I should help Fork Union build their new barracks. I guess all of this came together, I guess, with the good Lord and His timing, and He put this together. And I just felt in my heart, I should make a donation to Fork Union. So I said to my wife, Laura, gee, I think I should give some money to Fork Union, and I don't know how much to give. And right away, Laura says, well, give them $10 million. I said, okay, I'll do that. So when Bobby Cobb's office opened up, I went over and got up on the phone. And I said, hey, Bobby, this is Jerry Jacobson. He said, oh, hi, Jerry, how are you? I said, I'm fine, Bobby. I said, hey, I want to send you a check for your new barracks to help get it started for $10 million. And Bobby said, and that's the way it happened. And so we sent the money, and I think that was what helped get the barracks rolling, helped get the ball starting. And I think this institution, you know, I've seen the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Memorial and all these fine buildings, but they just are a memorial to a man who's long gone. They really don't help anybody. They don't cure any medical problems. They don't help the blind to see. And they don't really help our young people mature into responsible adults. Fork Union does that. And that's one of the hardest challenges facing any nation and parents throughout the world, is to raise their children in a proper and respectful manner. And Fork Union does that. So I can't think of a better place to have made my donation than to Fork Union. And I hope it goes on for many, many generations to come. I felt very honored when I heard they were going to name their new barracks Jacobson Hall. I thought, wow, would my dad be proud, because he was an Army man too. They really didn't have to do that, but they did. I'm not sure who wanted to name it Jacobson Hall. However, I'm grateful that they did. I feel honored that they did. And I'm just thrilled and excited to think that they named that hall after the donation and after myself and my family. You know, it's probably the greatest honor I've ever had, is for them to name that after me.